Hello guys, welcome to this channel. This is Ghana. Same thing FA Cup is coming our way. There's a motto for the FA Cup there. Yes, So we are going to see whether on Sunday the Obianobia motto is going to be implemented or not. But in the first place, do you think it's going to be implemented?
Oh, I think so. We can see the good now.
Good way.
Good for golden kicks.
Good way.
Good. I won't say good.
Where good?
We're good. Yeah, good. Light good.
Good.
We're light. We're light good.
Never.
We're light good. Golden kicks. We're kick.
Good way.
So what has
But then yeah. So this will tell you we're going to talk about Kotoko and then Golden Kick Sporting Club. And then MTN FA Cup is upon us when on Sunday. So we talk about that to let you know where the battle is going to be and if Kotoko or Golden Kicks are going to be crowned champions of the day. But to me, I think this is no match. And we are going to have Kotoko crowned champions at the end of the day. I'm doing this with
Professor John Fu.
Was it Professor John Fu? And the GP as a second year at 1.81. Don't forget to like, share, and also do what? Subscribe to the channel.
For more US and
subscribe. I'm going to do it brief. So, John, MTN FA Cup. The whole season, have you been impressed by the kind of performances and results we've had so far?
I think so, and especially some of the wins or some of the teams who have been able to win against big boys, the giant killers, or the small teams who have been able to knock out the big teams. A lot has happened this year, and I've been really impressed. Then Golden Kicks have been a team who have been tagged the giant killers and beating the likes of Premier League teams like the great Hearts of Hope, who have the most titles in the MTN FA Cup. Then going on to beat also Carolina United. So this season they really done when other teams too, the likes of Atram Divis also making it to the semi-finals, being able to slay some teams on the way, and it has been very impressive. For this season, especially coming from a Division 1 point of view or the lower tier division point of view, I think this season I've really been impressed.
Well, do you know my impressive part of the MTN FA Cup?
No, I don't know. That's what
there's a club in Offin, somewhere around Kumasi called Park Academy.
Oh yeah.
So they go to the quarterfinals of the competition, and then they played against Midiama. They play in the Division 1. So they played against Midiama in, I think, round of 16. Before then, Midiama youth side, I'm from Rose Park.
Rose Park.
Rose Park played Park Academy and they beat Park Academy. But Midiama senior side played at Park Academy in Takwa. And Park Academy beat Midiama. So the quality people won't be so this has been one interesting thing I've witnessed in the MTN FA Cup. And then I think teams we never expected to even put up good performance.
Through democracy.
Yes, through democracy. 11 wise against Kotoko, Future FC, Accelerate 8, some other clubs. Atram Division. And in the end, no, say often the players about 6 to 8 ARA. But by the end, 19 minutes, you just go and if you go back to the drawing board, you go back to the drawing. You got for coaches for battle. You go back to the drawing board. So go back to the drawing board, and then try and correct some things, and then come back again. But Sunday, things in and journey to the final, and then what has been the two teams in their journey to the final?
I think for Golden Kicks, their journey has been quite impressive because they've played from the round of 16. They started from in the prelims, and they beat Kotoko Royals and some other decent sides. Then they came into the round of 16. They started with Hearts of Hope. So they beat them on penalties at the Legon Stadium, and it was a shock to everyone. And I think that was right after the league was halted a bit. Then they came back. When they came back, then we know the man began to give his excuses, but they got beaten by Golden Kicks. Then they went on to face Carolina United and also beat them on penalties.
That was
Kumasi. And they went to Takwa and they also beat. I know, so they would cheer off. They were
cheer. Hey, bounce! Chinchinga.
Oh, what's saying? But and they beat them by 2 goals to 1. So it has been quite impressive. And they played from the knockout stages. They've played 3 games. They've won all 3, and they've conceded 1 goal, and they've scored 3 goals. So it has been quite impressive. Been quite impressive for Coach Fifi Parker and his boys. And you look at Asante Kotoko on the other hand, they had one of their matches postponed, rescheduled because of the polling.
That was the second
level wise. But they got the chance at the Barbara Sports Stadium and they beat them by a goal to nil. And they also played against True Democracy and beat them by 2 goals to 1. But you see, you look at Asante Kotoko, how many are pound? Because they played them at 2 games at home.
Oh no. They 2 games. They played. So they played Future Stars.
Babaya.
They played Accelerates 8.
Babaya. Then Sana play secondary wise.
As Babaya.
And Sana play True Democracy. So Challenger, I said Babaya, no, they favor them, but they've gone ahead to do the task. And also in the semi-final, that one they played, they went to Tava. I know so now one. I know now Steve Lamankona chose. Yeah, but they really Begum just really gave them a tough task, but Kotoko showed in the end with their main man Albert Amon that they in difficult situations he'll be able to cover for them, and he was able to get that goal for them, which led them to the final. So you look at both teams. Defensively, they are also good. You look at Kotoko in their 3 matches too, they've only conceded 1 and they've scored 4 goals. And Golden Kings have scored 3 goals. So both teams are not that exciting in their games, except for Golden Kings, they are 3-1 which against Atram DVC. But as for Kotoko, 1 goal, 2-1, be 1-0. So it's going to be a very interesting match on Sunday. And to me, I think the person who scores first on Sunday, I think that's the person who's going to win the game on Sunday. Yes, because you look at both teams, they don't really score a lot, and defensively they are really resolute, especially for Golden Kings.
So for Golden Kings, do you know this defender Oko Gripman?
I think I've heard him on route to the final.
He used to play so they are twins. One used to play for Akangi to Limslats, and he now plays for Nations. Oko Gripman. So his twin brother is also playing for Golden Kings.
So this one, and
they are both defenders. And then it seems that the one at Nations FC is just a replica of the one at Golden Kings.
Nearly won the league. And
he's a solid guy. He's well built. So in all the 2 games I've watched him against Kerala and Kumasi, and then in all the 3 games, I mean, Hearts of Oak, Legon, Kerala, and then Atlantic, he has shown that he's that top guy, and he's the captain of the side as well. So he has that leadership quality, and that's something to them they have. Such that you remember the game against them, against them. It was 1-1, boy, 90 plus, and then because of leadership and then organization in the defense, the match, there was a mild occasion the player back to form saying it and so not down, and then player not down, your boy push for or can't you they understand. But I believe that's one thing we will not get from Trademore, because
lack of
communication and then that organization and leadership. I believe that Fat man will add to the team. But I can't take from them. They've had a very good run. And then I believe there's an end to every fairy tale story you decide to write.
But it can be bad or it can be good too.
And then if they end up being losers on Sunday, it's still a very good fairy tale story they've written. And I believe this is going to be the end of that story they are writing. Because story Ben, if you Bible correctly, if you have a revelation. Now, if you have a revelation, and whatever you do, it will come to an end. And I believe this is the time for it to come to an end for Trade Democracy. Their coach has been a very solid guy, and Coach Parker Hansen, and he has given. There was a time he's actually with a club called Sporting Club Accra. Sporting Club Accra. There was a time they were the feeder club for Right to Dream, and he was with this club for that long time.
So he understands the academy.
He understands the academy now. He's now with Golden Kings. He was even targeted to take the job at under 17.
Currently he's under 20 assistant.
Yes, before against him, but unfortunately it has to take a while. So this guy is someone who knows the Ghanaian football terrain. The only thing Kairuto could get ahead of him is experience. The number of years Kairuto has served in top level football in Ghana football is solid. and two, the experience Kamito has in the MTN FA Cup. Recently, he's a winner as well. Yeah, so he knows how to win this. I believe that's what can you do.
Like, if you look at the, and we have to give props to the Division One class for the past 3 seasons. In the MTN FA Cup finals, they've been there. We've seen Boafako Tano.
Boafako no Ghana penalty no occurring.
Okay.
So there was Kimpreza penalty occurring.
So most of it's like most of the time those who come inside then.
So it's just to say that are going to have a club who is not going to get or something, but the only Division One club here is Golden Kings and you've done well. But I believe the difference is going to be kind of between and the materials both teams do have. I think you can't compare the kind of materials that I have as compared to yes. We have some good players in Golden Kings. Bless is a very good player. Also, Da Costa very solid. Yes, David Azuma very solid, and then great one as I said. They are very solid players, but then so we are solid. Put me tweets and be now.
But you see, them summer beats a big club out of for the Lagos Stadium.
See,
so the stadium, them get some kind of vibe for the stadium.
I understand that. But the time on the had to focus was a time when Hartlepool has not had a played for like yes, and that time Hartlepool was I would say regrouping and but I'm not taking the shine away from them. They did very well on that day, and then Hartlepool I think that match it was chaotic. A red card, but very yes, Basa, and then it takes advantage with the brilliance of the attack captain. They took advantage and got it. And since then, there has been one side that all the eyes have been watching. They've been good. But for Kotoko at this stage, especially when the investment to Toon for in Africa has made, they believe that they deserve to play in Africa. They wanted to win the league and play in the Cup Champions League. Unfortunately, they missed out. They now have a chance to play in the Cup Champions League. They do everything possible to.
But you look at Golden Kings, I think even if they lose this finals, it will not be a big problem because you look at their motto. It's about their main objective. It's to groom players so that they can go out of Ghana or even go to the big teams to really perform. So their main aim is to just project their players. And we've seen the likes of Bless, Mr. Bless, and David and Cohen. The defender we were talking about, Griezmann and Co. So these are new players, emerging players who we've been able to see through Golden Kings and Fairy Tale. So I think even if they lose this final, it will not be a huge disappointment for them because they really done well and kudos to them in their management.
Okay, so we will bring you a detailed breakdown of the game on Sunday before the game takes part of that video. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, let us know your thoughts. Also in the comment section. I'm guessing once again I did this with the guy who calls himself Prof when school nation. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.